All right, guys. Lots to cover tonight here on the Cincinnati Mick here. We got trade deadlines, like for the NHL, and you also got free agency for the Bills. We'll get into shortly, but there is a lot to discuss this week. Obviously, let's start with the Sabres. Casey Middlestat gets traded today to the Colorado Avalanche. Well, they got a good defenseman out of it. Don't get me wrong, but just it's bummed out because Middlestat's been playing good hockey. He's the lead scorer with points wise. 33 assists and 14 goals. Goodness, that's a big loss for the Sabres. They still got a good gain out of it. Big Rip was just joining the chat there. I see J-Man there. We just called a pretty good game last night. Dirty Oars are moving on to the championship playing against K-Bar. Yes, there is. Spears Mills, there's a lot of sports news to cover tonight for sure. Regarding especially Buffalo teams. So that's a good move by the Colorado Avalanche, but also good by the Sabres. Now, the last time Middlestat scored a goal, though, I was at that game Saturday night, so we'll get into that shortly. Oh, Q just joined there, watching it from Florida with his baseball team here. How's Florida going so far, Q? So, of course, right now, I'm currently flipping channels to the Bonnies game and the Sabres game. Sabres are currently tied 1-1 with the Leafs. All right, got my first caller tonight. Hello?
Buffalo is having a fire sale.
It feels like it today. It's crazy.
Trey White getting cut.
I think it's the right move because he's been injury prone lately.
What about Poirier?
Poirier, I did not see coming, honestly. I expected Mike Hyde to go before Poirier. But still, that's a big loss. It's two big losses for the Bills. White and Poirier losing our secondary.
And do you think there's a chance of us signing Poirier back?
Maybe, but but we did sign Taylor Rapp back. We signed him to extension, so we got Taylor Rapp coming back.
What would it be like if the Dolphins signed Poirier? What would you be like?
I'm not be happy, but it sucks. It's a big loss, especially for the community too. Poirier made such an impact on the Buffalo community.
And we lost Morris today too.
Yeah, that's right, Morris. Yeah, Mitch Morris too off the old line. So that means we could. What I'm hearing from Channel 4 is that they could move McGovern to center. After you sign the other lineman.
Did he play center before?
I think so. Yeah. I think he's played for Dallas. Yeah.
And that's what Tyler Sports are saying.
Well, he's saying about this Poirier trade already. He's saying
thank you, Buffalo.
Oh, because he wants him. Of course.
And guess what he's saying about us now?
What's he saying?
He's saying our window's closed.
I don't know. We still got Josh Allen. We still got Stephon Diggs. Come on. Give me a break.
I was like, the Buffalo Bills are retooling right now.
Oh, we'll just see. We got to have a good draft. We got to get some good players in the free agency now. It's a cap space.
You see our new backup QB, right?
Yeah, Trubisky's coming back for a second stint.
And a lot of Bills fans are not happy with that.
Yeah, getting all these players for that. I don't know for that. They just need a backup because Kyle Allen was gone anyway.
They're saying that Trubisky was horrible in Pittsburgh.
He was, but I think he's better off being a backup, to be honest.
He could probably win us a game or two.
We probably could. Probably if we're resting our guys from the Week 18 game when we already got the playoffs locked in.
And there's a couple of safeties we can get, right?
Yeah, there's a couple we could possibly get, but it's still, we've got DeMar Hamlin. We still got Taylor Rapp. We only have unrestricted free agent. He's a free agent right now.
What would you do if Poirier and Hyde signs with Dolphins or Chiefs? What would you be like?
Just bummed. I'll be bummed out because I know they want to try to steal our best guys. I know they were trying to take advantage of it.
And we're doing what the Chiefs did.
It seems like it.
And does that work?
We don't know. It depends how the team's been run. Of course, I forgot Middlestat got traded too. Like the Sabres for the Sabres today. He got traded to the Avalanche for Bowen Byram. He's good, but just it's still a big. It's a good trade for both teams, but it's a big loss for the Sabres still. I think losing Middlestat.
And the Bills are still above the salary cap after all those moves.
It's crazy. I mean, what's gonna happen next? That's what I'm wondering this week. There's more stuff coming this week, and probably next week too.
And do you think that more happen tonight?
Probably, but I feel like you hear a lot more tomorrow.
Who's next? Do you think?
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, Micah Hyde, we haven't heard anything official, but he's a free agent. We'll see if what he holds. If he's gonna get another contract with the Bills. Gabe Davis, I'd say he's probably gone.
I would have wanted Poyer over Hyde.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of tough because they're both really good. But that's losing one of the best safety duos in the NFL. That's a big loss.
And they're going to be separated, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be so different.
And trying to say who else we lost.
I mean, Deontay Hardy.
Yeah, that's not a big loss.
Nah, but that's what happened today too. And also, Surround Neal got let go too.
What's Brandon Beam doing?
I don't know what he's doing, but he's probably definitely helping up the salary cap. But maybe we're trying to get someone big. I don't know what's the deal right now with the Bills. But now we got to have a good draft. No choice.
Do you trust Brandon Beam?
I still do. It's just the salary cap's been the problem right now.
And that's what Tyler Sports is saying.
What's he been saying?
Do you think the division is the Dolphins now?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it unfolds. It doesn't matter what's going on in the offseason. Yeah, they're big moves, but still, it matters what happens on the field like 6 months later.
And we don't need big names to win the Super Bowl.
No, we still got Josh Allen, we still got Diggs, still got James Cook on the offensive side, but the defense is still. I don't know what to think today. I don't know what to think of it.
It's like a puzzle.
It kind of is.
Can you name a cheap defense player that we could get that will help?
I mean, Chris Jones are still working on a contract. I would like to get him, but we got enough defensive tackles.
And we might lose Daquan Jones.
That we do not need.
And this offseason is starting to be a nightmare.
It is starting to be.
Is it time to fire Brandon Beam?
No, not yet. If we struggle this upcoming football season in the fall, then yeah.
And this is a make or break for him.
Now it's a maker. Now it is. You're right. You got the right. That's the right term for it.
And Brandon Beam was like Oprah today. You get cut. You get cut. You get cut.
It was like every 10 minutes, like a new one's coming. It was crazy.
Where do you see Poyer signing to?
I mean, I could see him reunite with Cleveland, but I could also see him go to the Dolphins. I think it's a good chance too. It all depends. It all depends who wants him.
Can you mention if he goes to the Packers?
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad move. I mean, it wouldn't be bad for the Packers. I mean, that'd be good for them.
Where was Poyer from?
But the bad part for Poyer is, the bad part is Poyer does go to the Packers. He's the injury prone. I mean, he's a good player. He's a great player, but he's injury prone. He's getting old.
And where do you see Mitch Morris going to this year?
God knows where he's going to go.
And there's a small chance we can sign him back for a cheaper deal.
That's what someone told me today. That's what I think's going to happen.
What do you think's going to happen?
I could see him go for a cheaper deal, but it all depends. It all depends how the salary cap plays off, how our roster's been playing off after what happened today.
Are we still on the lights out defense?
Not as good. We still Miles coming back, but it's not gonna be the same without Poyer and Hyde. I can tell you that. Like that duo.
And what about cornerbacks?
Rasul Douglas. I'm excited about him. What he's gonna do.
Elam.
I think it's time for him to step up a little bit more. I mean, he's good, but he looked kind of like a little bit of a bust lately.
I'm willing to give him one more year.
Yeah, let's give him one more year because it'll be a third season. Usually, third season players you really have, really go off. Usually it's a make or break season. Third season usually is.
And you know what's sad about Player and Hyde not playing together anymore?
What?
7 years.
That's true. That's been that long.
And Tyler Sports is laughing at us because he said we're in the Stanley Cup issue. Just Josh and Bob.
I'm not shocked.
And what should I tell him?
Tell him just keep chirping. Just keep chirping. I mean, that's all he does.
And that's what I did. That's what I wanted to tell him.
What do you want to tell him?
I wanted to tell him the Dolphins are not in this salary cap lock because they don't have a franchise quarterback.
No. But I think Tua is probably going to get an extension this offseason.
And he called Tua a franchise quarterback.
I mean, he's playing better. Just thing is, Tyreek Hill, but I think he's going to get an extension. He looks like a franchise quarterback to me. He's still good even without Tyreek Hill in some ways.
And do you remember when the Chiefs let go to Hill and they still won?
Yeah, that's a good point there. You brought up there. For the Chiefs to build a team around Mahomes. Mahomes is still good, but he's starting to fall apart, like what I've heard.
What do you mean, Mahomes is falling apart?
I don't know. He's been lucky this year, like in games.
What do you think he's going to be like next year? I mean, this coming year.
He might be the same, but I don't know. I just think he'll be a turnover-prone kind of quarterback next year.
And my Chiefs brother-in-law, he was laughing at Josh for Josh Allen's turnovers.
Oh, of course.
What should I tell him?
Oh, I mean, I'd say you may have won the last Super Bowl, but you can't beat us in the regular season. But postseason matters more. Oh, whatever.
Was surprised if the Chiefs go 9-8.
I'd say at least 10 wins, or I'd still at least get 10 wins, maybe more.
Could you imagine if Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson all went down? What would you be like?
I would say I'd say they do better than Lamar. Lamar still, he's good. He just doesn't do well in the playoffs for some reason. He looked good in the Texans game. Don't get me wrong, but just that Chiefs game really showed it, like big time games, like AFC Championship game.
And that's what you know what team Dakota personality is?
What?
He's Ravens.
Oh yeah.
And that's what he said about Lamar.
He's still saying? Is he still hyping him up still?
And he says Lamar's better than Josh.
The MVP season okay. It doesn't matter about turnovers, but come on. We know Josh owns him. All right.
Remember Bill's rebuild.
Absolutely.
When we don't remember, can I make one more point?
Yeah.
Those guys that we released, they have failed us. They had their chance.
Yeah, their chance, but it is what it is. It's a business.
Yeah, and sometimes the rebuild is better than the original.
I mean, it all depends. It all depends how it all works out.
And the Buffalo Bills spin-off.
We'll see.
And talk to you later. Go Bills and Yankees.
That's right.
Oh, one more thing. If I send you a picture of what I made today and directions, can you react to it?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, talk to you later.
All right, back to what we're discussing. It's been a rough day. Like you heard, I mean, so many trades. You know, like most of these like Bills release, but the trade for the Sabres, I think it's a pretty strong trade. Still is. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy for both sides, but all I'd say is thank you, Case Millsap, for your efforts to the Sabres. I mean, great player. Just sad to see you go. Good luck in Colorado, but hey, I'm happy for the new kid, for the defenseman. He brings another solid defenseman. I mean, we're just building up our defensemen. It's tied. A score alert in the Sabres game. It is 1-1 at the end. It's second period here. It's intermission. So Sabres tied 1 with Toronto. So as long as the Sabres win, I'll be happy. I just can't stand those Maple Leafs. More like the Maple Queefs. So yeah, and the Bonnies are getting beat, which really hurts their chance of being a top 4 seed in the A10 tournament. So that hurts. That's the score update there. They're getting beat by George Washington, one of the worst teams in the conference. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. Dead last team in the conference. So yeah, that happened. Those things happen. Let's recap the college basketball picks I made this past weekend before I get into Duke and all that. So let's look at those scores. So it's all started with South Carolina, Florida. They're both ranked at the time. I mean, of course, Florida just dropped the rankings because of that. South Carolina beat them. I picked it. I called it. I said South Carolina's going to win, and they sure as heck did. So South Carolina won that one. And then Kansas played Baylor. I picked Kansas. Didn't do well in that one. Then Arizona dominated, though. Arizona beat Oregon by like 20 points. 103-83, so I won that one. Let's see, 2-1 at that. So I was 2-1 going on this one now. Let's see in the next one. NC State and UNC. I took Tar Heels over NC State, and UNC won this past Saturday by 9 points against the Wolfpack. And Duke, my Blue Devils took down UVA. They held UVA to under 50 points. I took Duke in that one, so I won that one. Let's look at the primetime one. The bigger one, Tennessee and Alabama, and Tennessee won that one. So I took Tennessee and Gonzaga. And so I went pretty much. I only lost one game in my pick, so I really did really solid this week. The only one was lost was the Kansas Baylor game. Other than that, I really did hot. But now before I get into this week's pick, there we go. Let's talk about the Sabres Golden Knights game this past weekend. What a game. Out of all the 13 Sabres games I have been to, this past series might have been the best one. Easily, without a doubt. So it was me, it was Mac, my buddy Max here, who's never been in an NHL game. He got to witness his first NHL game this past weekend. Also took my mom because it was her birthday. So yeah, so it was us three on that trip. So originally it was supposed we thought Ike was gonna play and all that, but he was ruled out, didn't play because of injury. So Eichel pretty much was a chicken shit, was scared of the Sabres, scared of us, scared of our fan base. He's scared, man. He's scared of playing us. And once I knew that, once I heard the news, like, I was in the car with Max, like, I was like, Max, we're gonna blow him out. I was like, Sabres gonna blow him out. I really think so. I think the odds have really changed once Eichel is ruled out. I haven't thought if Eichel's gonna play, he's gonna score 5 goals. They're hyping him up that. That's what I heard stuff last night about it. Like, no way. So we get there, we were pre-gaming before that, and then get to the arena. All of a sudden, like less than 2 minutes into the game, Skinner scores a goal for the Sabres, made it 1-0. I was like, holy shit, what a start! It was 1-0 in the first period. Second period, second period, we scored on a shorthanded goal. Not even a minute into the second period, Dylan comes out a shorthanded goal off a breakaway. He scores, make it 2-0 Sabres. I was like, wow, where has this been? I was like, what a start! 54 seconds that goal was, but then. Less than a minute later, the Golden Knights get one off a cross ice. Breezing at that one. Then William Karlsson ties it up at 2. Golden Knights all of a sudden score 2 quick ones. Like, oh, geez. Here we go. And Gergensen makes a big response. Almost 15 minutes into the period. He gets the goal, makes it 3-2. Pretty much was a game winner. That's what I actually saw the score. But yeah, so he scored 3-2 at the end of the second period. All of a sudden, third period. But Pozo, less than 2 minutes into the third period, a little over 2 minutes in the third period, he scores a crazy goal there. And he makes it 4-2 Buffalo. So, like, still a lot of game left, I thought. Then Owen Power hits a slap shot, like a long one. Makes it 5-2. I was like, holy shit. I said we needed 2 goals, and we got those. Then obviously Millsat scored the 6th goal, it's 6-2. That was his last goal as a Buffalo Sabre. The one, and I got to witness it. before he got traded to it. And then Dylan Cousins gets another shorthanded goal. That was a tough angle. That was a tough angle shot. I don't know how he got it. So we got that one, and that was pretty much it. 7-2 Sabres won that one, so that was a great time. They may have lost the night after that, but still, they beat Vegas. The game I was at, they beat them. And plus, there was a fight there in that game, like a hockey fight between Barbashev and Peyton Krebs. Our guy Peyton Krebs started by slashing the guy, breaks his stick. Just they wanted to go. Him and Barbashev went at it. And I said some profanities. Yeah, I was just all over. I was all over Barbashev. I was like, I'm saying like, "Where's your golden boy at?" I was just heckling, like, kept saying how Michael's a pussy. I mean, he is. He is a pussy. He's scared of the Sabres. That's why he didn't play. And all of a sudden he returns Monday. Like Eichel returns for the Golden Knights Monday, and then he loses to Columbus. That's what makes it even better. Golden Knights have struggled. Sabres been playing better. Makes sense. We swept them. Stanley Cup champs, my ass. I mean, seriously. They're overrated. Plain and simple. Golden Knights are overrated. Sabres owned them this season. They won the last 3 meetings, so I'm tired of we want to Stanley Cup for you guys. I'm tired of hearing that crap. You're good enough to lose to us. Just like the Maple Leafs. You're just like the Maple Leafs now. And I think Golden Knights possibly could miss the playoffs. But all right. Let's look at our college basketball picks this week. This is crazy. The last weekend of the regular season before conference tournaments start. There's some conference tournaments already started, but like for the Power 5 area. And next week, I'll be in Brooklyn next week, a week from today. So probably do my Instagram Mix show in Brooklyn because I'll be going to the A10 tournament. Watch the Bonnies. So big opportunity for me. So we'll see if I have a show next week. For just next week, because depends on how we'll go. So I'm bringing my computer. I will do my show still from the hotel next week. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to do for next week since I'll be in Brooklyn. A long Saturday slate of games because I'll be going to the Bonnies game Saturday in the Raleigh Center. It's their senior day game. Yes, sir. A10 tournament, Brooklyn, New York. Oh, yeah. No sleep till Brooklyn. So let's start with St. Louis at St. Bonaventure. Senior day for the Bonnies. I mean, Bonnies right now looks like they're going to choke this one. They're going to lose a GW again tonight right now and blow their opportunity of being a top 4. So they'll probably be a 5 seed at least or even a 6. Depends how they finish Saturday. But so who am I taking this one? St. Bonaventure, St. Louis. Boy, the Bonnies struggled tonight against George Washington. I think this is a bounce-back game. They will beat St. Louis. They will win on senior day at home. They can't lose on senior day. They can't. So I got to take the Bonnies, obviously. That'll be 12:30 Eastern time on USA Network. So they'll be national televised. You got that. Another afternoon game. Oklahoma and Texas. Both teams, I think, holding spots in the NCAA tournament. Yeah, 9 Big 12 teams. Are currently in the bracketology. Oklahoma and Texas. Ooh, this one's tough, but it's in Austin. I mean, Texas just choked against Baylor Monday night. But I'm going to take Texas. This is a bounce-back game. They should beat the Sooners in the rivalry game, so I got to take them at home. The Longhorns will bounce back this week. Saturday. That'll be 2 o'clock on ESPN. One of the games on the ESPN network. Then, this matchup here. I thought it could have been a top 5 matchup, but now it's just a top 15 because Kansas really dropped. So it'll be number 1 Houston hosting number 14 Kansas. That'll be 4 o'clock on ESPN. Good matchup here. And it's at Houston. Easy. I'm taking Houston. I'm taking the Cougars. Kansas has been playing terrible lately. They've been struggling. They're still good, but just Houston's just legit. Calvin Sanders is a great coach in Houston. They might be they're a national championship contender easy. So I got to take the Cougars in this one over the Jayhawks in this one. Another 4 o'clock game. This one's on CBS. SEC rivalry here. Kentucky at Tennessee. Tennessee trying to hang on, get the last number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament out of the 4 1 seeds. Kentucky, meanwhile, they've been scoring. They scored 100 points lately. They've been a high-scoring team lately. They just scored 111 against it's another high-scoring game. They both dropped 100 points, both the teams. But Kentucky outlasted them. This is a tough one, but I will take the Volunteers again. I will take Tennessee. I like them better. It's a bit more experienced team. Kentucky's like always a blue blood, but the way Tennessee's been, they're on a mission. They got, Dylan Connect's been great to watch, fun to watch this year. He's been fun to watch. He's a really good pickup in the transfer portal this past offseason for the Tennessee Volunteers. So gotta take them, and especially at home. It's in Lexington, yeah, different, but still Tennessee beat them last time in Lexington, so I gotta take them. But there we go. This is the big topic of the night. Duke versus Carolina, Part 2. The rivalry game. Last time these two met, Carolina won a month ago at Chapel Hill. This is it, Duke now. It's another top 10 matchup. Of course, if Duke wins, they'll clinch a share of the ACC regular season title. If Carolina wins, they'll win the ACC regular season title outright. A lot on the line for both these two teams. Both trying to get the 1 seed. Depends on the tiebreaker. I think. But I'm going to go with Duke. Carolina. Come on. You ain't going to win in Durham. You may have gotten this last time. You ain't getting this twice. The Blue Devils are going to come out there and whoop your ass. Hope Tar Heel fans know that. I hate the Tar Heels, the Saints, I hate the Leafs and the Golden Knights. Seriously, one of my least favorite sport teams of all time. I can't stand the Tar Heels. I'm a Duke fan, so I got to take my Blue Devils in this one. They can't lose on senior day. But then again, Duke, Carolina's not to spoil Duke home games, especially senior day. But they did spoil Coach K's final home game. But this game's still personal. This is personal. This is a rematch from this past February. So we're going to get you back. We're going to split the series, but it won't be the last time these two met. I feel like we'll see each other in the postseason. Whether it's the AC tournament or even the NCAA tournament, the Final Four. Oh, we'll see how that goes. But last but not least, Arizona, number 5 at USC. Who wins that one? This is senior night for USC, but of course, Bronny James, he came back this year after, had a little health scare there, but he's been averaging 5 points per game this year. He's only a freshman, but I feel like he's going to play more this year. But yeah, his club, his team, let's see what he can do. But USC is no match. They're no match for Arizona. Arizona's legit. It's going to be an easy pick. Arizona's going to drop a lot of points again. They're going to drop at least 90, even 100, or at least reach the 80s. But I got to take the Wildcats this one over the Trojans. Arizona is bound for that 1 seed too, so we'll see how that goes. And pretty much the Bonnies are going to stink this one up. They lost pretty much. Unbelievable. 86-75 now, GW with 5.5s. I can't believe it. They've been getting a lot of help for VCU losses lately, and then they just choke it tonight against George Washington. Come on, Bonnas. How? As long as the Sabres want to be happy, but I'm pissed about this. Losing to the worst team in conference play. That's officially gone final. 86-75. George Washington wins. They better win on senior day. At least get a 5 seed, but still, that's disappointing. They had their opportunity to get the double bye, and they failed. But let's get back to the Sabres now. We'll see how they do tonight. They better beat the Leafs. They better. Not been the best day for Western New York sports in general. But at least the Dirty Oars won last night. They're on to the championship game. They were playing K-Bar. Rematch from the last 2 championship games. So that's be a good one. Tune into Twitch on the Western New York Sports Channel, 7:15. You don't want to miss that. Actually, those 2 rivals. You just don't want to miss it. There we go. 3rd period about to start, so I'll might do a little play-by-play here. 3rd period started. It's 1-1. It's tied. I might lose the over and under. I might lose this parlay, but as long as the Sabres win, make my night. Because I took the over and under was 6.5. I took the over. It's low scoring, and I should have taken the under. I was thinking about it, but I think the way these 2 teams played this year against each other, it's gonna be another high-scoring game. I thought. Not right now, but maybe this 3rd period might be crazy. Here we go, underway. I'm just so disappointed in the Bonnies. Let's hope the Sabres can get it done tonight. So that'll about do it here. We'll see you next week, possibly in Brooklyn. I mean, maybe not. But I can't wait to be out there next week. So enjoy your week in college basketball and NHL and all that. See you next week.